YouTube, what's going on? Let's talk about marriage once again, and let's talk about how we have the religious laws and regulations of marriage, and we have the legal laws in terms of marriage. Um, the legal laws of marriage deal with marriage when it breaks down. Um, the religious laws of marriage discuss what people need to be doing before marriage and what people need to be doing during marriage. And it's funny how we don't question the legal laws once the marriage is over, but we question the religious laws, the laws that our religion or our God set, right? We question those. We always talk about submit. If I say a woman needs to submit to a man, what's the woman gonna do? Throw her arms up. I don't care if she's church going or not. They're gonna throw their arms up because what's the first thing that pops in their head when they say submit? We're thinking of WWF, somebody getting pinned down and somebody tapping out, and that's what women think that men want to do to them, right? It's not the same. There's submitting in a religious sense where you're submitting to the rationality and the logic of a man, right? He's not designed to be emotional. He's not designed to be led by emotions, right? And that's the whole point, right? Men are specifically designed, right, to be rational. That's how the world raises us to be, right? And that's how you get through life, right? You navigate hardships. You reach a certain level of prosperity through rationality. You need some emotion, but it's dominated by rationality, right? To survive in the house, right, you need some emotion. To survive outside the house, you need some rationality, you need some logic. So in a sense, that's what a woman is submitting to, but it's never 100%. She puts her own sense in it too. It's like a king and a queen relationship. Who's the head of a kingdom? The king, right? But is the queen so far away from the king as opposed to like she's out on the street? No, she's sitting right next to him, right? He consults her in terms of what he should do. So it's very much a team, right? But at the end of the day, he is still the king. So that's where the whole act of submission comes from. And I'm actually shocked at the number of women that I come into who don't know this and who still claim to be strong in the church, strong in their faith. I'm very much still shocked at that fact. Religion also, dictates what we need to do before marriage and during marriage. We question this. Right? We do. Right? It's okay to go against God's will in terms of breaking down how a marriage is supposed to work. We can, we can put it together, do whatever we want, and then we want to go get married in the church. And that's my issue. I honor the religious sides of marriage. I don't really care too much about the legal, because the legal side only deals with marriage when it breaks down, right? But we question it, and then we still want to get married in the church, right? We still want the whole traditional religious type wedding where we're in a church and people are throwing rice, we're jumping over the broomstick. But when it comes down to honoring the contract, the religious contract that we just got into, we question it. We want to reshape it, and then we act like God has ordained it. It's set, and that's my biggest issue. The role of a man and the role of a woman is set, so it doesn't matter if you, the man, is a janitor and you, your wife, is an astronaut. Your roles are set. It's defined in terms of what you're responsible for doing and what she's responsible for doing. Right? It's not about cooking and cleaning. Womanhood is not about how well she cooks and how well she cleans. I'm also shocked at how many women think that that's what a woman's job is to do. I'm so shocked at that. Right? My manhood is not based off of how quick I can change a tire or how I can put up a fence or how I can build a tree house. My manhood is not a function of that. But I'm surprised at how many women feel like womanhood is about, her changing diapers and her cooking and her cleaning and her, having a house smell like apple pies when, the man comes home. Like, that's not womanhood. I don't care for that. I could do that on my own. I don't need you to do that. But once again, we question it, right? We get married. When a woman gets married, what is she wearing? Her wedding dress. The majority of the time, the wedding dress is white. Excuse me. Do we know what white symbolizes? Right? Sexual purity. Right? Cleanliness, like this whole newness. Right? That's what white means. But obviously, we don't live up to that. So why get married in a white dress? Why? Why don't you wear like pink, purple, blue? Wear something else. Why wear white? Right? It's supposed to symbolize your purity, but you decided that that's not what you don't want to do. And there's no, hey, it's your life, your rules, but you decided that that's the route you don't want to take. So why front? Why, wear white? Why have your father give you away? Right? The father giving the daughter away, suggests that, he's placing her in the protection of this new man, right? He's putting her life in his hands, right? He's transferring her innocence, her purity into his hands, right? He's pretty much signing her over, right? But, your purity, your innocence, that's gone. Why have your father there? Why? It doesn't matter. Walk yourself down the aisle, right? In a red dress with red pumps, right? What's wrong with that? Right? We question already what the religious aspects of marriage is, so why not go all the way? And that's my issue in closing, right? We're concerned with how the laws protect us when marriage fails, but marriage probably wouldn't fail, honestly, if we all understood that marriage is a religious practice and that it is defined in terms of what men and women need to do before marriage and during marriage. It is not up to us to redefine it. Like I said before, some people are better suited for a domestic partnership as opposed to a marriage. I'm in between. I don't know what's better for me. A domestic partnership where, we're not married in the church, but, we kind of cohabitate and we figure out our own rules. Or if we do the whole marriage thing that's, very much traditional. So I don't even know what I want to do. But stop calling domestic relationships marriages. Take it easy.